Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, in this video, we are going to see about Laravel Eloquent Model. So guys, we are going to cover what all the things for what we are using this Eloquent model. So guys, let us understand first what is the Eloquent model in Laravel. So a Laravel model represents and interacts with the database table in the application. Okay. So this model, Eloquent model, interacts with your database tables. Okay. So guys, now let's get started. So first we move to our editor. So now guys, to create a model or eloquent model in Laravel, there is a artisan command. So let us type that php artisan make model and the model name. So model name I'm going to keep as product. So product. And why I am keeping this product guys, because I have already created the migration for this. So if you don't know how to create a migration and don't understand what is migration in Laravel, please watch out the previous video, link given in the description. Okay, so guys, let me just show you my migration file about products. So here is my products table. Okay, so guys, now let me close it and now let's hit enter. So I have a table. Now I am going to create a model. So guys, here you see our model is created successfully. So which is inside the app model and product.php. So let's go inside the app folder, models and product.php. Perfect. And now we are going to interact with our database tables. So how can you specify this product.php is the exact table name. So let me show you my table here. So inside my Laravel tutorial, I have a named table called products. Okay. So this product's name we have to tell here. And now guys, let us declare the table name here. So let's tell protected dollar table property equal to inside single quotes or double quotes you can use anyhow and give your table name. So my table name either you can copy directly from your database whatever you have declared here and paste it. Okay, and now guys, let us see with the fillables. So basically fillable property what does, so it's nothing but it callings your column names. Okay, so all your column names will be called over there. So guys, you can skip the few columns like ID, that is primary key, and your created and updated at. So basically, by default, the ID and created and updated are imported by default. So you don't have to import them, but rest of them you can import it. Okay. So guys, let me just browse again and copy this names here. And we'll be removing what all columns we don't require. So now let's type here protected dollar fillable 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 equal to inside array you are going to paste all your column names. So let me paste here and you need to give them inside single quotes, then comma, again single quotes. Let me, and we do not require this created and updated, you can remove them, and here is active. Done. So guys, these are my fillables. So why we are using this, we are inserting the data, okay, using this model. So we have a create method or create many methods which requires this fillable option. Okay, so now we have understood why this fillable property are we using here. Okay, so it's to import your column names. So now guys, let us see with another property about casting. So what is this Laravel casting doing here? So let me just type that property name here, protected dollar casts equal to in array. Okay, so dollar cast, what is this doing? So you can cast any of this column names. Okay, so right now here I see is active is like boolean type, so I can mention that is active, it's going to be a boolean. So whenever you insert any record, it checks for the boolean value and inserts that boolean value. Okay, so for example here I don't have any other format, but let's understand you have a start date and end date. So let me just type here start underscore date, which is going to be the format of date. Okay, either you can add a date and time also. So let me just add here date time, and you can specify that end date here. Okay, and if you want to give the format also, you can just follow with this y hyphen m -d. So this is year, month, and date. You can follow in this format while inserting the date, time, or just date. So this is all about casting. So if you want to understand more what all things are provided by the Laravel, you can just go through the Laravel documentation and you can follow about the casting. So let's get back. And now guys, let us see with another property, that is appends. So let me just show you with the example here. Let's type protected dollar appends equal to in array format. So now guys, what does this appends do? So appends is nothing but like whenever you fetch your model, like you are going to fetch the data using this model, at that time you want to append one new column as like product name and price. So while append this, just add name underscore price. So I want to keep in this format, and here what data you have to keep, that is your name and the price. So I want to concatenate that and get the full product name and price. Okay, so for that, how can you append the data inside this column field? So you can achieve that using your accessors in Laravel. So let me create one function for accessor. So public function, the function name. So here how the accessor is defined, using get, then your column name, whatever you have given here. Okay, so here is my column name. So we are using a snake case. So let us use a camel case. So NAME name price, PRICE price. So which understand as a camel case, and this is snake case. And then make sure you are giving the correct spelling named as attribute, ATTRIBUTE. So this is a prefix guys, like it is mandatory, and this is the get mandatory here. And then open and close curly brace. And now you can tell like dollar this of name. So here dollar this of name. Okay, so yes, let's return dollar this of name, and you can concatenate inside single quotes, use hyphen, space, and dollar this of price. So this will concatenate your product name and price and append a new value inside this. And while fetching your data of products, so it will automatically add this column name here. Okay, so guys, let us see with an example. So let me just insert one new record quickly here. Insert and t-shirt, copy and paste again. Then the original price is like 500, 450, have around 50, and created and updated ad. You can just select the current time and date. Yep. And now guys, let's save it. And here is active column is there, which is going to enter by default one. So let's click here, go. Okay, let's browse. And here you see guys, we have inserted the record. And now let us try to fetch that. So let's get back. And yep, let me go to the routes web.php. So let me remove all this, we do not require here, and use a get method, and just use a products route comma function open and close curly brace, and here you can type your model. So return product colon get method. Okay, so which means it will get all the data. So now you have to import this product model. Import, you have imported the model. And now let us copy this products and see the output here. Refresh. Perfect. So guys, you see that we have appended the data. So let me just go back to your model and let us comment this code first. Okay, your append property code is commented. Now refresh. Let me zoom in. So guys, you see that we have all the details here. And if you want to hide this created ad, updated ad, and this ID, you can just use this simple property about hidden. So protected dollar hidden equal to, I made a spelling mistake, hidden, and mention that created underscore at. And now let's see the output. Refresh. Perfect. So you see that created at column name has gone. So same way you can hide the updated add also. Okay, either in single quotes or double quotes. Let's save. So you see that property hidden also we have learned. Refresh. Okay. And now guys, what we were discussing about append. So let me open this and comment name price. So let's refresh here. So here you see under this column name underscore price, we have a t-shirt and then the price. So which is appended over here. Okay. So now guys, let us learn with the new attribute of your Eloquent model, that is primary key. Okay. So it's not mandatory here to give primary key because Laravel understand we have already set the primary key here. Let me zoom out. So here on this, click on the structure products table. So ID is by default primary key. So you don't have to specify that my ID is called primary key. By chance, if you're creating a product underscore ID and then you want to specify them, so you can utilize at that time. So let me just show you how you can do that. So protected dollar primary key equal to single quotes and semicolon. So here you have to mention your primary key ID. So this column name is my primary key. Okay. So it's not an issue guys. If you want, you can keep, or else you can just comment it out. So I don't prefer using this because if you're using ID, so please don't declare. If you're using a different ID like product ID, so at that time you can utilize this. And now let's begin with the next topic, that is about accessor and mutator. So it is nothing but get and set attributes. So as you have seen that in accessor, you see with one example here. And now let me just type that accessors accessor and mutators in Laravel. Okay. So first we'll see how accessor is used here. So it's the same format. Let me type the function here, public function and the function name. So first you have to use this get and attribute function. So these are the keywords, and between this you are going to specify the column name. So now I'm going to tell that this is my column name. Okay, so which is matching to my fillables. Okay, so here let us make this capital. So you can use a UC first function, so which is a PHP function to make it capitalize. Okay, and dollar name. So now get back, refresh. Okay, so we get undefined property, that dollar name we are not able to find. So why it is doing like this? Because it is not able to identify what is this dollar this of name. So we know that it is a fillable column, that is your name. Okay, database table column name, but it is not able to identify. So for that you can just tell like attribute of array and then paste your column name. Okay, I have just misspell here. Attributes it should be. Now see here. Cool. So now guys, you see that our t-shirt value is, it is same. Although let me just make it all small letter here, like T hyphen SIR t-shirt. So it's all lowercase now, and refresh. So here you see it's uppercase now. Okay. So first letter is coming in capital, but you have entered the value here in the name as small letters. So now guys, you understood how your accessor works for this, and you can use another way accessor, which is I have shown here. Okay, so you can utilize in many ways to use this accessor property. Okay, so guys, we have seen with the accessor, and now let us see with the mutator. So how does mutator work? So guys, we are going to take the same example with the attribute name. Okay, so same column name. So guys, let's create a function public and use a set. So I'm going to take the column name here, and then attribute function. Okay, miss the function here guys. And now guys, you can set your attribute data. So guys, how this set attribute works? So make sure this column name is available here in your fillable. So here you see in the fillable we have that name. Okay, so we are using that here, and whenever you try to save the data using this model, that time it tells like go in the column name and give that name here, I mean value. Whenever you save the data, that column name it tries to fetch and tries to set the new things over here. So $this of attributes array of column name equal to product name as capital. Okay, so let us tell str to upper function and paste dollar value. Okay, so whenever you save the data, it comes in uppercase and push the data over here. Okay, so this is about the mutator, how to set the attribute. So now guys, let me just show you with an example. So let's go to our web.php and let me copy this and paste here. And guys, you can just hyphen create and use a create method. Just open and close array and fill all the column field names. So you can get back and let us copy this, paste here. And now guys, let's fill the product name. So let me as a all in lowercase man pant style. Okay, so copy, paste, and tell here description, again paste for the small description, something like that. I have 40 stock and active it should be 1. And so now guys, let's copy this URL and try to create one new record. So while creating the new record, you have a name attribute, right? So it should store in a capital wise. So as we have set the mutator here. Okay, so let us see how we can work here. Let me open a new tab, hit enter. Okay, so here you see guys that our new record has been inserted into our database. Let's move, browse. Perfect. So guys, you see that we have a new record, but our name is moved to capital. We inserted a small letter value. Let me just show you, but it has changed to uppercase. Okay, because of this set attribute, that is your mutator in Laravel. So guys, same way you can utilize for your product slug also. Just create your migration for the slug, and let me just give you an example. Okay, so for example, you have, imagine that you have added a slug and you want this name value to be converted as a slug. So you can just add a str colon colon slug function and then paste your value inside that. So it just changed that into a slug. Okay, so let me import this str. So okay, so we have imported. Let me just show you, it's imported. And now guys, make sure you are adding in your fillable so it understands what it is. Okay, so here you add it, done. And now you can get back. So if you see that we don't have a slug column, if you want, you can just create that manually or use your migration command. So guys, let me just try with and show you. So this will be a last example. So PHP artisan make colon migration and add slug to my products table underscore table. And if you want, you can use a flag that is table equal to products. Hit enter. So it creates a migration file. You can find that here in the database migration and slug. Okay, and now guys, let's use a dollar table, your string that is varchar, and the column name I want to keep as slug, and the column length 500, and I want to add this column after the name column. Okay, and add the column name, and let us make it nullable. And now make sure the column name is correct. So here you see we have a column name. So yes, it is correct. And now also in the down function, you need to add that whenever you roll back, it should drop the column. So drop column, that is slug slug. Okay, so we have created the migration file. Let's migrate this PHP artisan migrate, hit enter. So it's migrated guys. Okay, so let me just show you, browse here. So you see that a new column is added, that is slug. after the name, not at the last, as you see is active. Okay, and now get back. So we have created the migration, and now whenever we try to insert a new record, it will automatically insert a slug value also. So let us just test with the same data. So let me add man style 2. Okay, man pan 2, and let's refresh here. So we see, okay, here you see our data is inserted, and you see that a slug also has come. So let me just browse and show you. Cool. So here you see that man pan 2, which is converted to slug. Your product name is into slug. Perfect, guys. So guys, we have seen that how we can utilize the mutators or set attributes in Laravel. Okay. So guys, if you want more detail about attributes, you can just go through the Laravel documentation about accessor and mutator in Laravel. So guys, in this video, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and share.